Uh-oh. Guess what's coming?
What's coming?
2026.
That's crazy, bro.
2026.
As we're filming this, it is currently what? November. What day is it today? November 8th, bro.
So much to do. So much to do in 1 year. Let's reflect on 2025. Let's think. Beginning of the year, it all started when we went to the Oculus and we took our first picture, professional shoot.
And then we dropped our first episode on January 1st.
And then that's all it all began.
And now we're on like episode like 40 something. That's crazy, bro.
I'm not lying to you, I feel like this is a very, very nice and productive year.
Yeah.
I really like this. Like, as much as I think that we obviously have room to improve, this is a very, very well done year for,
Deal.
you know, yeah.
Deal.
So,
Fine. What about like personal? Like, how is 2025 for you?
2025, I'm not gonna lie to you, I blend the podcast stuff and my career stuff into my personal stuff.
Yeah.
Not saying that this is technically not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing either. So I feel very accomplished.
Yeah.
Personal life, I'm thinking about relationship wise. We're in a good spot because we're taking things to the next level.
Yeah.
Vaughn and I are thinking about the future a little bit more and what we're doing for us, because at the end of the day, it has to escalate. It has to take to the next level.
Yeah.
So next year, it's gonna be a very important year for us,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. So very happy where we are in terms of personal life and professional life too.
Yeah.
So yeah, what about you, man? What about you?
I think this year, the word to describe it all is going to be new opportunities.
Okay.
I feel like for a lot of my early 20s, I was so trapped in, let me just stay at home, grind and hustle, and figure it all out. Which is important, because like, especially when you're behind in life, you gotta put in the work to get ahead a little bit. But then at the same time, if you just trap yourself at home all day, you don't get to see what the world has to offer.
True. You have to network. You have to meet people.
Meet new people, put yourself in rooms.
You have to market
for new
yourself.
opportunities.
Yeah. Oldie.
Yup. I think it first started with my trip to Dallas for one of my client shows. I met like so many new friends, so many new people, and like that opened my eyes to there are good people out there
They are.
that are very similar to me, that have similar interests, that we can vibe with. And when I came back from that trip, I just felt like a new person. Like going into summer, like summer is one of my favorite times of the year because it's like, you get to be outside, you get to do so many fun activities, especially in New York City. There's so much to do. Every weekend, there's some sort of event.
True.
If you don't got plans, you can literally go outside and something happens. You find something.
True.
This is the year I met the most people. And here we are.
True.
November 2025.
Yeah. And honestly,
That's
like
crazy.
this year made me open my eyes to a new level.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is we can do so much more with our time.
Actually, though.
And one thing that I want to I want us to do is to take our podcast to the next level. So for those that don't know, we're gonna give a little teaser into what we're gonna do, and essentially we're creating a fitness community that allows people to better their life, to find your fitness, to get into a better mindset, to unlock their true potential. So we're creating something very, very special for you guys in the next coming year. And this is going to be something that's very big, very huge for not just you guys, but also for us. Because our goal is to help people. And this is such a great way to do that. Everyone coming together for the same or if not similar goal and similar mindset with like-minded individuals all working together to achieve a common goal,
Yeah.
which is something that's either fitness related or something that's more career oriented, but overall to make yourself a better person. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned
Yeah.
for more.
And to add on to that a little bit, like, I'm huge on having community, especially on this grind, especially since we're still young too. Like, we're still trying to figure it all out. It can feel pretty lonely,
True.
especially with, hey, maybe your family don't really understand the goals that you have. Maybe certain friends don't necessarily have the same exact, or they're not going down the same direction as you. It can feel like you're the only one on this journey and no one really understands it. It feels that way on your day-to-day basis, but then in reality, there are a lot of people that are on the same exact boat as you.
Yo, tag someone if you think they need to hear this. Ready? You guys have friends that are been friends for a long time, but they just don't see the same vision or the same path that you want to take. You guys are still friends. You guys are still cool and all that. You guys hang out, great. Nothing wrong with that. But there's something inside you that wants you to look for people that have similar and common interests. And that's what we're here to provide. We're providing that community that hopefully that you can find and even network with people that have similar mindsets or similar motivations as you.
Because it can be really difficult trying to fit and balance all of these different relationships that you have, especially relationships that you've had for a really long time.
Yeah.
Maybe y'all don't have the same goals. Maybe you don't really do the same things anymore.
Yeah.
But at the same time, is that you don't want to mess up the relationship.
There's nothing wrong with
No.
that. Yeah. Like everyone have different priorities in life. But
But at the same time, it's also really important to surround yourself with people that have the same standards as you. For example, I'll give you an example. Like this year, I've been getting myself back into like the dating world and all that. And what I'm realizing is, having a partner and surrounding myself with people that live an active lifestyle is so important for me.
True.
It's not even that, like, I'm trying to force you to work out or be physically fit. But I don't want to have to, like, if I'm working out all this, if I'm working out this much, I don't want you to feel as though, damn, like, I'm not spending time with you because I'm just at the gym or taking care of my own health. Like, I want the person to be on the same page so that we don't have to have this conflict and this trouble of not having the same value and the same mission.
So you want someone that has the value of fitness, that values the whole idea of staying fit and using fitness as an engine to drive and move forward.
Yeah, because for someone like me, I'm very active and I like being outside.
True.
If I were to date someone that is a homebody and doesn't like to really go outside, this is gonna be really difficult for me.
Yeah, it's not something that you want in a partner. So for you, obviously for you, and I can totally see that. Yeah. So honestly, like this goes back to the idea that if you have similar mindsets, if you have similar values, like it makes it so much easier for you to connect with someone.
Oh yeah.
Right. So
like you already connect like from the gate. You already have the same exact thought process behind it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So going back to the idea of like you want to create the environment of having like-minded individuals coming together and network, I think is such an important thing because it's not a bad thing where if you don't have similar values as some of your friends that you were friends with in the past, but it's just another sign for you to go out there and make new friends too. So that you can expand your inner circle and you can expand your network with people that you really find value with. That's what the networking world is all about.
Like, and I'll give you another example. Like for the both of us, since I know you're someone that is fit as well, you're someone that's pretty active. Literally last night, I met with him after you got off work.
Yeah.
We went on a run. got some good eats after, went to bed early, and we up filming this on a Saturday morning.
OD.
Like 5 years ago, we would be at a party probably, like waking up at like 2 p.m. on a Saturday, having that ruin the entire weekend. But this goes to show, like, when you have the same values, when you have similar goals, when you're trying to go down a certain direction, when you surround yourself with people that have a like-minded perspective, it just makes everything that much easier.
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
It's like, bam, let's go on a run. Let's get some clean eats. Let's go to bed early. Let's wake up early on Saturday and let's get this grind.
Yeah, exactly. I think what's the best part about that is how productive you feel afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I felt super productive going to bed early. Now
Yeah.
that you don't do much on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Go to bed early. Saturday comes around, you're back. Doing something in the morning.
Yeah.
It's either putting in the work for the next thing or doing certain things for your family and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like I have to take my cat later
Yeah.
to the vet,
Yeah.
and I'm getting this out the way so that we can do that later. So
Yeah.
being productive, it's
Yeah.
such an important thing.
Yeah. And the thing is, we're saying all this not to make it sound like, oh, we have it all figured out and we have it all put
No.
together. We're all normal human beings as well.
Yeah.
Like, he literally got to bring his cat to the vet right after this.
Yeah, OD.
You know what I
OD.
mean? Like, we still have relationships that we have to nurture. We have family that we have to see. But we want to normalize. You can be on your grind. You can take good care of yourself. You can balance all these things while actually having a life on top of this as well.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We want to normalize, it's okay to spend time working on your fitness. It's okay spending time working on your side hustle. It's okay setting these standards for yourself so that this way you can pour back into other people that you love.
Exactly. It goes back to the saying that if you organize your life just a tiny bit more, you can just maybe squeeze in one or maybe perhaps two activities on top of your day, right? It could be the difference between you spending an extra 30 minutes or extra 30, 45 minutes going on a run in your day, or spending an extra hour in your day going to the gym. An hour a day, it's only an hour out of 24 hours. It's honestly not that bad. Like, we're not saying that, you have to spend half your day in the gym. Ain't nobody got time to spend half day in the gym. I know you don't.
No.
Exactly. So going back to the idea that if you organize your life just a tiny bit more, you can squeeze in a couple more things, And what better time to do that than now, I remember we talked about starting New Year's resolution before Christmas, right? Before Christmas. So then New Year comes around, you already started moving things. You already moved the needle. And it's that much easier. Do you have any recommendations of how to do that? Do you have any strategy or life hacks for how to do that?
I think the first thing that comes to mind is getting clear on what are the minimal things that you can do to move the needle forward.
Okay.
What is the least amount that you got to do, your basic non-negotiables that you got to do to move that needle forward.
So for you, what would that be?
For example, for me, that is eating clean at least 80% of the time.
That's doable. 80%, yeah.
And some sort of movement throughout the day. If I can do those two things, I know I'm not going to get fat. I know I'm not going to be out of shape.
True.
I get it. Sometimes work be busy. Sometimes there's social gatherings. Sometimes this is things that come up out of nowhere, where some variables are kind of hard. But at the same time, when it comes to your food, you have the choice of what you put in your mouth. Yesterday, after our run, we could have just went to Wingstop and you copped some wings, or we could have went to a burger joint to get a fat, juicy burger. But we're let's actually pick something that sits well in our stomach, that digests a little bit better, rather than just going the easy route, just getting something that is gonna mess up our digestion.
And we ate good too.
Yeah.
And we ate good because you had noodles. I had
Yeah.
banchan with bibimbap.
Yeah.
Man, that was some good eats for sure.
Yeah. And then the movements, again, like, I don't have all the time in the world to work out the whole day.
Yeah.
But yo, when you have structure with your days, your work hours, when you gotta go to the gym or when you got other appointments or other priorities, yo, where can I fit in like a 30 to 60-minute run and still be able to stay on top of my goals and do all these other things?
So bottom line is, I think one of the biggest hack that I like to do is go. It's the same thing how you are doing, but I view it as I have all these things I have to do. Right, it's non-negotiable. But then, how much time do I have in between that? And then I try to play around with the time that I have.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, let's say if you work, for example, if you work a 9 to 5, right? If you're doing remote, that's another story. Because with remote work, you can technically do anything at any time of the day, as long as you get your job done, yada, yada, yada. But let's say if you work a traditional 9 to 5, or like an 8 to 4, or whatever you want to call it, right? So you technically have a window between the time you sleep to the time you get off work. Let's say you sleep at 10. Let's say you get off work at 5, you get off work at 6.
Yeah, that's still like 4 or 5 hours.
You have mad time.
Yeah.
You have mad time.
You have mad time.
What are you doing within those time between the time you eat and the time you get off work?
Yeah.
Unless you, I mean, typically some people eat right after work, but even then, you still have time between the time you eat and you sleep, or the time between you eat and then when you get off work. Might as well use those 2-3 hours to do something, you know?
I think a lot of people, I'm even guilty of this myself sometimes, especially when life be busy. Your schedule is jam-packed. You're constantly going from this task to that task to this task to that task. It's so easy to get overwhelmed and talk yourself out of these things. For example, let's say that you have a jam-packed day. You have work from 9 to 5. Let's say you got to do some housekeeping stuff earlier in the morning to prepare for work. After work, you got to go to the gym. You got to do laundry. You got to cook. And then maybe you got to visit family afterwards. Let alone even have time to breathe.
Yeah.
It's so easy to be like, actually, let me just move my workout to tomorrow. Or I'll just move it to some other day. Or laundry, I gotta do it, but like, let me just move it to another day. Logically, it makes sense because it's like, hey, let me give myself some extra time here. But at the same time, most of the time, it's very doable. Like, I can knock all of these tasks out and still have extra time.
True. Yeah.
Like, you can do the laundry while you're cooking.
True.
Like, you can put stuff together, the runs or your workouts. Yo, like, it might seem like a really long, dragged out task, but in reality, it takes like, what, an hour and a half max?
Yeah. Yeah. I think what people understand now is like with remote work, you have technically time during your work hours, quote unquote work hours, because you can't work whenever you want. So with that in mind, if you're a remote worker, right, what can you do to better optimize your work-life balance? It's really it's easier said than done, obviously, because projects are different. But theoretically, if you grind out, if you knock out your workouts earlier in the day, or end of the day, or even during lunch, right, you technically still have anywhere between 8 to 12 or like 12 to 6 to finish all your work.
Yeah.
It's realistic, you know, like it's like, I know that with remote work, from what I've heard too, the work is never ending. It's very, very, very jam-packed.
Yeah.
But if you can optimize your fitness a little bit more by slotting those workouts in between that, I think it can go a very, very long way.
Yeah.
And
also another thing, I think what really helps me is habit stacking and having structure. What I mean by that is, for example, laundry day. I don't know about you, but man, it'd be a drag sometimes because you got to take a whole hour out of your day just to do laundry.
True.
So what I do is I pick a day. I purposely pick Wednesdays because like yo, ain't no one doing laundry Wednesday morning.
True. Yeah.
So when I do laundry, I throw it in. Mind you, I gotta wait for the washer, the dryer, and everything. While I'm waiting, yo, I just use that time to clean.
True.
So I knock out both of those tasks out, bang.
Oh, you do two in
Get it
one.
done in 1 hour.
Yeah. I was actually reading the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, and he talked about the same concept. You know what he talked about in the book? So in the book, he said, if you're going somewhere, you can start thinking about it like this. What can I do during the time that it takes for me to go from point A to point B to do other things in between? So for example, if you're throwing out the trash, if you're going downstairs to throw out the trash, wait, sorry, that's not a good example. If you're going downstairs to go get groceries, and if you notice the trash is full, why not throw out the trash on the way out?
That's a fact.
You save the trip.
That's a fact.
Or if you are, what do you call it? If you're cooking, right? If you're cooking, this is a good one. I like to use it a lot. If you're cooking,
Cleaning.
why don't you just clean while you cook? You're sauteing your veggies. Just clean the pot.
Because everyone hates doing the dishes after you eat, yo.
Bro, imagine this. You clean while you cook. So by the time you finish cooking, 50 to 60% of your dishes are already clean.
The only thing you gotta clean after you eat is your plate that you're using.
Exactly.
Actually, I learned that from you.
Yeah, bro, it's so easy. You know how like you have to use the plates for seasoning, seasoning the food?
Yeah.
And then afterwards you have to transfer it to the plate.
Yeah.
And you have all these dishes of like the cutting board, the dishes with the seasoning, the egg yolks or whatever. It's all sitting in the sink, right?
Yeah.
And if you're cooking the food, and if you have that time of when the food is sitting in there kind of simmering,
You're just standing there anyways.
you have 1 or 2 minutes to clean what? 2 plates?
Yeah.
What, 3 plates?
Yeah.
Like if you clean one more plate, that's like an extra minute or so. If you time those cooking correctly, try not to burn your food obviously, but if you time that, bro, you already cooked like all the cleaning things, you cooked all the pre-seasoning things you already used before that.
That's a fact.
Bro, it's so easy. Rather than having the pile of dishes sitting in the sink, ain't nobody want to do it after.
Yo, fine, let me ask you this. I'm sure there are certain tasks or certain days where you wake up, you're like, I do not want to do this right now.
Okay.
But how do you get yourself to do it anyways?
What's the mindset that I use? Ready? Hear me out. It's either you do it now or you do it later. What would you rather? It has to be done. It's a non-negotiable.
It gotta be
It's
done.
either
anyways.
you do it now or you do it later. Which one would you rather pick? I know what most people are gonna pick.
Do it later.
Yeah. So why don't you just do it now?
Yo, you know how I learned that?
How?
I remember when I first started living here on my own, I dropped a plate and it shattered everywhere.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I do not want to clean this up right now.
So you do clean later?
So I waited till the next day because it was like mad late. I was like, I'm not doing this right now, bro. I waited till the next day. I'm like, I don't want to do this, bro. Like, I don't want to clean this.
Yeah.
And what I realized is, bro, the more you push it back, the more difficult the task is to get done.
And guess what? You have more things to do on top of that.
And you have more things to do on top of that. And also, I'm responsible for it. Ain't no one else can do it for me.
What, you think the plate's gonna magically come together and it's gonna pop up on your cabinet? Like,
No,
you know
no.
what I mean? So, going back to the idea of doing now or do it later, the consequence, the cost of action is more when you do it later. So
That's a
just do it
fact.
now.
It's like if there's a pile of throw up on your floor. No, ain't no one trying to clean that, yo.
What, you're gonna wait till later when it's all hardened up?
No.
Yeah, good luck with that.
No.
You gotta bust out a scraper, yo. Bro, you might as well wipe it up now, yo.
That yo.
Might as well wipe it up now.
Yeah.
So, a couple of life hacks that we gave for you guys. Hopefully, you find this helpful. But these are all things that we do in real life. We're not just saying this because we're saying this. Like, we actually do these things, and they actually work.
Yo.
So, actually go out there and try out one of these things. Just one. We're not asking you to do all of them, but just one of them.
Yo.
So,
Yo, I'm all about efficiency. I'm all about working smarter. I'm all about making things easier on my end so that I can have more time doing the stuff I love.
true.
That's what we're here to do.